Boop, 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 outside, boop. It's, you know, when you're concerned and scared, you try and revert to the things that make you happy and positive, and then you can't escape the suffering. So I'm just gonna sit here and sing boop and try to imagine I didn't have to watch Penny almost cry, maybe cry. I don't know how robots do. I never got a real good look at that ending bit there where she's just looking fucking, and I hate it, and it's not. So last episode was the thing. Hey, hi ho, and howdy everyone. My name is Shannon Elshook, and welcome yet again to another episode of RWBY Volume 7. This time is episode 7. We doubling down here. I don't know what that even means. Worst case scenario. Great title. If you hate happiness. And yeah, the description isn't much better, to be honest. It's a lot along the lines of, well, how much you feel like getting fucked today, and not in the way you might actually be into. Like, hey, it's a Tuesday, I ain't got nothing to do. Let's come over and CCT and chill. Do they have a Netflix in RWBY? I don't know. Go on and watch some Bruce Willis movies. Anyway, point is, yeah, last episode was a thing. Before we do get started, though, I'm just going to do the quick rundowns. Apologies for the episode from last week being a little late. Hopefully it's not super late, but it definitely will be, because I did not get the episode out and ready to be like, yo, hey, RT, can you help a brother out with this whole blockified situation? It's this ain't Minecraft, you silly goose. And then they were like, no, it didn't happen. Anyway, nothing has happened yet. The point is I put it in literally the day this episode came out, so earlier today. So obviously it's not out yet, because I suck and procrastinated like a motherfucker. By procrastinated, I mean I just focused on everything else first, because there was about a bajillion other goddamn choke on my own spit. There's a bajillion other goddamn things I had to get through. So yeah. Anyway, it ended up being late, so I apologize. Hopefully it's not insanely long before you guys can get to the episode. Anyway, yeah. As for last episode, I was a pretty short one in regards to discussion on my end. I do apologize for that. I was in a tizzy, trademark TM. Copyright registered. It was a thing. I really like the episode, and I'm glad to see a lot of other people. I'm glad to see a lot of people in general are really liking Volume 7, because I'm really enjoying it as well. So I mean, of course I am. It's fun. It's RWBY. It could literally just be a picture of Weiss sitting in a fucking room drinking tea all goddamn day. Well, no, I guess she's a coffee person. Never. It's just sitting there drinking coffee, doing nothing. Maybe like Bumblebee plays in the background. That just like it was like elevator music. It could be that, and I would be like, best volume, tied with all the others. Anyway, point is, it's great. Anyway, except for the part that wasn't great, which was the murder, and then the subsequent blaming of the murder on someone we love dearly again, because these motherfuckers ain't know how to upgrade their fucking villain playbook since 1906 or something. I don't know. Point is, they've just been doing this for a while now, and it's never not infuriating. Anyway, yeah. So, we had good things. We got a day off, which went exactly as well as you'd think it did. The bees went off dancing with Team Funky. Hopefully we're going to see more of that. You're in the thumbnail, so probably. Is it going to be positive, though? Fuck if I know. Probably not, or it will be, and then it won't be. Just like something else in a second. Anyway, point is, there was that, and then we're like, yo, Weiss, you want to come with us? She was like, fuck no. Do you have any idea how much suffering being a third wheel is? And then they were like, Jean and Oscar were like, yo, movies though, and she was like, I'm on it, blue bonnet. I'm the one in blue, and you got banana hair, but that's all. combine us together and be Blue Bonnet. I don't know where the bonnet comes from, but let's go watch a movie. So anyway, they're off doing that. Maybe that would be a nice thing. Again, I like those two, and I hope they're good friends. They've been through some shit. Anyway, and Oscar is now the third wheel on that, even if nothing happened between those two. They got history, and this man got wizard head. That sounds so problematic. Anyway, point is, they're off doing that, and then we followed Ren and Nora, who were off doing their thing, because they were all like, yo, Robyn Hill having a party, and Ren was like, who gives a shit? And then Nora was like, but fucking bitch, what? And then Ruby was like, I go with you guys, I guess. And then so they talked a bit, which was really nice, because you never get to see those motherfuckers talk. They can sit there and do their little thing. Nora be bringing up constant smart shit all the time, because apparently Nora's actually fucking dope. She's always been dope, but like, apparently she's smart in the brain too, and I'm like, baby girl, where you been hiding this shit? Damn. And fucking love Nora. Anyway, point is, so then she went and it was like, yo, what if Oz was not 100% on the rightness with the not getting able to kill Salem thing? Because maybe the thing that everyone was wondering, like, maybe that's the case, is maybe it just can't be him. And then everyone's like, fuck, if I don't know, maybe. But I don't know if I necessarily want to try that shit. Anyway, so they did that. They go to the party with Robyn Hill. There's Meryl, whose name I thought was Meryl for a second, because I'm fucking stupid. I'm not proud of that moment. I was like, who the fuck is Meryl? Hey, bud, how you doing? I'm sorry. You want a treat? Anyways, that happened. They met up. Ren and Nora got fighty. I don't know why I'm explaining literally the entire episode, but I think it's because I didn't say shit the last time. So anyway, they did that when it was not great, because I don't like that. And then fucking and then fucking Penny and Ruby hung out, broke Ruby's hand. It was adorable, but also painful. I feel that. I have rings, so actually everyone else feels it, because I accidentally always catch people in the fucking knuckles. I like the rings, though. I don't want to get rid of them. Crow knows what's up. Anyways, that happened. Talked to Robyn Hill. She's cool. I like her. Christina V's the shit. It's real nice having her and Kay on as well alongside this, because I can just imagine she's Mio, and I like her even more, because Mio's fucking delightful. Anyway, there's that. And then the polls was like, yo, maybe, just maybe, Jacques gonna pull some shit. He did. By that I mean Watts did. And Tyrion stabbed a bunch of people, and then they blamed it on Penny. And the thing I didn't really catch, well, okay, it's not fair to say I didn't catch it, because I did catch it. I just didn't really talk about it at all, and I didn't 100% know what was happening. But I was like, you know, I bet that's what's happening, actually. And he's Watts in there while he's fucking around playing Puppet Master, which is not okay when Penny's involved. Anyway, he's off doing that shit. And in that room, you can see he has footage of Penny and his footage of Tyrion doing his shit, and he's fucking splicing the shit together and posting that shit online because he's a dick. So it's a step up from the Yang bullshit of the past. So, I mean, at least he's experimenting. You mustachioed bastard. And with that happen, so that's a thing. Other thing I didn't necessarily catch was Tyrion's appears to be semblance. I feel like other people have nailed it down better than I do, so I'm not even going to try and fucking discuss it. Point is, he stabbed the shit out of Fiona. Why would you do that? If you poisoned my beautiful sheep wife, who I've known for a whole 4.5 seconds, I'm going to be salty, because I've said you were my favorite at points, Tyrion. Don't make me look like an asshole. Anyway. So yeah, that wasn't great. Jacques won. Grim attacking. So everything went wrong. But also, Ren and Nora kissed. And that was really, really nice. And it was real sweet. It's probably going to fuck him up, though, because his whole thing was like staying vigilant. And then he didn't get vigilant because he was having mouth love with that... I always use that as a synonym for fucking... Yeah, so that doesn't work. it's still accurate. Point is, they was doing their thing, and then shit went bad, and he's gonna take notice of that. And I fear he's gonna be even more distant now. That's not awesome. Really hope that doesn't happen, but probably it will, because that kind of makes sense. Ren, you're getting real Blake Volume 2 vibes, and it just makes me fucking sad. I get it, but it makes me sad. So anyway, don't know exactly where we're going with this episode. Again, looks at the thumbnail. Probably going to be catching up with Blake and Yang and Funky in the club. Whether or not we're going to get some positive shit before everything goes wrong, or if it's going to go straight into, oh shit, everything is fucked. Guess we'll have to find out. I'm curious if we'll get to see a little bit of Weiss and Jean and Oscar as well, but who knows. Certainly it's going to not be great, though. The title really paints a picture on that front. The biggest thing I'm going to be interested to see here is how much of this is episode 6 to 9 from volume 3 kind of fucked. Like, it's clearly going to shit, but it's not gone yet. You know what I'm saying? It's not, like, it's clearly, everything is in a state of decline pretty significantly. But hey, Penny didn't get murdered in front of everyone yet. Like, we haven't hit that point yet. So maybe we're okay for a little bit. Like, it's definitely not good, but it's not everyone's dead. Or is it just everyone's dead and the rest of the volume's going to be a fucking just dive off of a cliff again? And I'm concerned. So anyway, we're going to find out, see how it goes. Your boy's optimistic, but he shouldn't be. Anyway, yeah, do I have anything else I want to get through before we get started? I don't think so. I think we are good to go on this one. Yeah, so here's hoping for positives, and at least, hey, maybe if everything else goes to shit, maybe we'll get a Bumblebee high five. That would be great. Or just not people dying. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Why do I sound like a fucking baby all the time? I'm a grown-ass man who talks like this normally, so what the fuck is my problem? Anyway, I think it's funny, I guess, and I'm stupid. Point is, goo gaga bitch. Anyway, we're gonna get started here in episode 7, in 3, 2, 1, go. And scooch over yonder way. Or fuck me, because we're cords. Power cape, which is not good to run over it with your fucking chair, you idiot. Always hoping that a lightning bolt can take me from its gravity. See, like, I had parts of, I'm getting better with that one line. Oh, we believe to set you free. You didn't have to dream. Some masterpiece, and you can just believe. Is all you need. No hopes matter. I'm getting there. It's a real slow burn. I did actually look up the episode. What the fuck? The song and listen to it a little bit with the lyrics. It's easier to follow along. Can I get captions? Is that a thing? I feel like it is, but I don't know how to do it. How do? I shouldn't go around pressing shit. I'll tell you what, that's a bad idea. This is gonna be a whole fucking thing as well at some point. Tyrion, you're being a pain in the ass, and also in Fiona's kidneys, so that's... She better be okay, man. Also, she's a fauna, so maybe she got a good essay, maybe she saw Tyrion? Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, you gonna make me cry, don't do that.
Citizens of Mantle.
Oh, sweetheart. Is that the mom who was giving Jean the casserole? It looks like her and their kid.
Conduct your business and return to your homes before curfew. This is for your own safety.
it's not a good
Stop
look.
right there. Stop running. Wait!
Though military officials have gone on record to say the footage was doctored, many citizens are still insisting that the protector of Mantle be deactivated.
Oh shit. Okay, it's you guys. I was like, I saw a long coat and I was about to be pissed again. Y'all are definitely gonna start shit though, which is not great.
Everything all right over here?
Well, that's a thing.
Hello?
Oh, that is a thing.
This is the worst case scenario. More people are dead. Penny's been framed, and somehow JACQUES is sitting on the council.
That's the second shipment for
So Fiona and
Amazon
Homegirl
today.
have fucking
Seems electric
bitching
was
ass
the last push
semblances.
Robyn needed to go
What
from
the fuck?
hometown hero to full-on vigilante.
I'm afraid the problem is more complicated than that.
It seems Robyn has emboldened our suppliers in Mantle. They're refusing to sell us provisions until the city is adequately repaired. With Robyn redistributing the goods her team has stolen, the Amity project is completely stalled.
But we're so close. There has to be some way we can finish the tower.
There is. Declaring martial law.
That's so not a good look.
You're not actually considering that, are you?
What's more important? Establishing communication to unite the world? Or appeasing a few city blocks?
Don't make it sound trivial
It's
when you know
more
it isn't.
complicated than that,
We keep
dude.
talking about how we just need a little more time, but you're not the one having to struggle.
We have all had to make sacrifices for the greater good. Mantle has had to bear a lot of the burden, yes, but
They're bearing all of it. The longer this waiting game goes on, the harder each day gets for people down there. And now you want to send in more soldiers? You can't force people to fall in line. If you do that, you'll just be trading all of these problems for the Grim.
I think Nora is getting it a lot personally too, because
This way,
of
that kind of
her
division
childhood,
plays right
which
into
was
Salem's
clearly
hands.
not
That's
a
why
positive,
Tyrion is
wealthy
here
one.
framing you.
Right. The reason we called you here in the first place. You're sure this was the man you saw?
Tyrion Callows was accused of
motherfucker.
murders all across Anima.
Oh shit, there's a
homicidal
whole...
maniac who escaped justice when
I
his
gotta read
prison
all that.
transport was attacked by Grim. After that, he was never seen again.
Well, he works for Salem, and he's here.
If we ever had any doubts Atlas was Salem's next target, I think those are officially out the window.
But now we have a suspect. We can tell the people.
That a long-lost serial killer is loose in Mantle and the military has no idea where he is. Might make things worse before they get better.
I am
Maybe not.
so sick of secrets. If we just told everyone about Amity, about Salem.
we can't! If we talk about Amity now, we risk Salem's forces, who we know are here, working to sabotage it. If we tell them about Salem now, we risk falling to the Grim before we can reunite Remnant. We have to finish the tower. I want Robyn Hill in custody. We can offer her a deal if she gets Mantle to cooperate.
We'll figure it out.
Anyone not assisting with Robyn needs to focus on Tyrion. I want to know who he's working with, where he's hiding, what he's planning, and how exactly that video of Penny got all over my kingdom. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we're approaching 51st.
Fuck.
Thanks again for the assist on this, you two. Now, we may all be split between different trucks, but we need to be ready to act as one in case Robyn's team takes the bait. If your truck is hit, pursue immediately. Everyone else will move in as fast as possible. Going radio silent. Over.
Do you think we should have told Ironwood about Salem before he put so much on the line for Amity?
Sounds like you do.
I trust RWBY, but I think he deserves to know what he's stepping into. We all did. don't agree.
Look around. The embargo, the military presence, the restrictions on assembly. He's a bit prone to overreacting.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. Still, he didn't have a lot of good options.
I'm not sure there are many good options left for any of us anymore.
Yeah,
Keeping
it's
secrets, taking
complicated.
lives, it makes you wonder how far we're going to have to go to keep doing the right thing.
Blake, we did what we had to do.
I know. But next time, I want to make sure we don't have to. And I can tell you, ambushing a huntress who's just trying to help isn't an option I'm thrilled about choosing.
It does hit a little
We
too
shouldn't.
close to home, doesn't it?
How's she doing?
She's confused, scared. We'll have her recorded visual data shortly. That should prove her innocence, but the damage has already been done. The things people are saying about her. If Penny hadn't been there, Robyn would be...
I don't think Robyn was their target. Salem's goal has always been to divide us. I think Penny was exactly where they wanted her. Just like at the Vital Festival.
And just like back then, someone is using our own technology against us. This doctored footage of Penny came from her
mustachioed
work
fuck.
all around Mantle.
Two of them, in
Stolen
fact.
Straight from our surveillance network.
Maria.
Hacking. Technology. Why can't people just do what they used to and fight to the death? A lot simpler if you ask me.
Well, if we're dealing with the same enemy from Beacon, hacking into Mantle's system would be simple. Fortunately, the rest of Atlas is running on an upgraded network.
And how would someone get access to that network?
Well, only a few people have clearance. Ironwood, the Council, our cybersecurity and surveillance leads, and maybe a select few who oversee critical systems like sewage or the heating grid.
The heating grid run in partnership with the Schneedas company.
What are you thinking?
I don't know yet, but something isn't right.
Understatement of
Yeah.
the century.
The fact that you're thinking that was really good.
If Maria hadn't offered to help me these past weeks, I'd have likely collapsed by now. Getting a communications tower into the sky seems impossible on its own, but now, to think of what people want to do to my girl.
Bud,
Even if the worst does happen,
I
you
really
can
don't
always
like that
reactivate
cough.
her again. So maybe try not to worry so much.
There's a reason why Penny is the only one of her kind. When the General first challenged us to find the next breakthrough in defense technology, most of my
It's not lost on me, your finger's covering up that one on the far right. I know who the fuck that is.
One of the few who believed
Move that finger and show that fucking mustache. I know it.
You wanted a protector with a soul.
I did. And when General Ironwood saw her, he did too. Much to my surprise, the Penny Project was chosen over all the other proposals.
Why would you be surprised? You created an artificial aura.
Not quite.
Fuck.
You gave her part of yours?
Yes. And each time I rebuild Penny, it takes a little more. If the people get their wish and she's destroyed, I won't be able to...
Buddy.
We'll find whoever's responsible.
Fucking knew it.
I promise.
Tired of this goddamn goon. Baby girl, can you show me how you do that cool thing? That's real cool.
Robyn,
Scramble! No, wait! Split up and regroup at the hideout!
please stop. We just want to...
Jesus. Baby girl, just want to talk.
If Ironwood wants me, he'll have to send more than a couple of kids.
He is. Stopping the trucks alerted the ASOPs. We don't have long before they arrive, so please listen to us. You need to know the truth.
You're stalling.
Amity Coliseum, all these supplies, they're for a new communications tower.
That doesn't make any sense.
A new tower means the kingdoms can
I know
finally...
what the tower means, fisticuffs. One of you take my hand.
What?
You said time is short. Either take it, or I'm gone.
About to find out whatever you're...
Tell me again. What is Ironwood building out in the tundra?
A new communications tower. He's trying to help everyone.
You have a built-in fucking lie detector?
Handy semblance.
Why keep that a secret?
Because he doesn't know who he can trust. Atlas isn't out to get anybody. The people murdering civilians in Mantle are just trying to make it look that way. And if those same people learned about Amity, they'd do everything in their power to destroy it.
So who are they? Who's actually behind this?
Yang, Blake, where are you?
Real
I can't
dickbags.
tell you that part yet.
Bullshit.
Look, we are trusting you, so trust us when we say that Amity Tower needs to stay a secret until it's done. We just need a little more time.
Run! We'll throw them off!
I promise
I
we're
won't
trying to
stop
help.
until I know the whole truth.
It's fucking complicated, dear. Damn. Oh,
Right behind that door.
shit.
The staff of creation.
I hoped bring you down here might jog some memories. After all, it was your idea to use the staff to lift Atlas off the ground.
I thought gravity dust kept Atlas afloat.
That's the public story. But with the staff, we have a constant, seemingly limitless energy source. Oz once speculated it could take us as high as we wanted. To tell you the truth, that served as the inspiration for the Amity Project. Get a communication tower up in the sky, higher than the Grim can survive. So we never lose contact with each other again.
But you're not using the staff to raise Amity.
The staff can only be used for one purpose at a time. We're going to have to do Amity the old-fashioned way, dust and all.
It feels strange, knowing a part of me helped come up with all this.
You'll get used to it, I'm sure. Eventually, you don't even know who's who anymore.
Are we implying that if we took the staff, would
didn't always
Atlas
see eye to eye.
fall out of the fucking sky?
I wish
I hope
could ask
not.
Aspen what he thought of all this.
Well, I can tell you what I think. The path you're heading down, where you're the only one with the answers, where you do the thing you think is right no matter the cost, it's not going to take you anywhere good.
We have to stop Salem. Nothing matters more.
Some things matter more, I think. Keeping our humanity. It's what makes us different from her.
Sometimes I worry that's her greatest advantage. Without humanity, does she still feel fear? Does she ever hesitate? When Salem hit Beacon, even with all my ships, all of my soldiers, I was no match for her. I've never felt so helpless. The way she told me she was there.
It's okay to be afraid. You just can't let that fear control you.
I am not going to end up like Lionheart. Do you believe in me?
Want to, bud? God damn, we want to.
But not only you. I think the best thing you could do is sit down and talk with the people you're most afraid to.
Now you are starting to sound like him.
It's pretty. So some wisdom coming from our boy. I fucking love some of the fucking conversations. This volume, it's just been so goddamn good.
Winter. What is it?
I don't like that. The fuck do you want now?
What's going on?
It looks like you're getting your wish.
My father's first act. We've all been invited to dinner, where the general will be defending his seat on the council.
This motherfucker cannot just chill for 7 damn seconds and just be like, maybe not an ass. What song is this? Was that just a really... Is that Trust Love? It sounds like it, but obviously very different. Ah, fuck. God damn, it's always something. Okay, so we've got some progress in some areas and some not so much in others. Quick things. I really liked getting to see a couple of the conversations here. We got kind of a little bit more of a confirmation on how Penny actually works and what the situation is between her and Pietro and stuff like that, which is, it's nice, but also it's sad, and I don't like it, and I'm so worried about my boy is not gonna fucking make it through this, and I know he isn't, and it makes me really upset and sad. Anyway, so we have that. Again, he clearly worked with Watts. I knew that was coming as soon as he fucking had the goddamn cover up. Like, there's no goddamn way this tall, lanky bastard over here isn't Watts. I really liked the scene with, I really liked both the scenes with, Oscar and Ironwood and, with Blake and Yang and, Robyn. I really liked those scenes, because one, obviously, with Oscar and Ironwood, there's a lot of, obviously, getting to see Oscar kind of grow a bit and see where he is in his head and everything. Learn a little bit more about Atlas and the Staff of Creation, which again, makes me a little concerned. If you fucking changed, if you got the Staff of Creation and then changed its intentions, would Atlas just fall out of the goddamn sky? That's a little concerning. Another thing on that same front is, we've established that, again, dust doesn't work outside of the atmosphere, but does the Staff of Creation's, does the relic's ability, work farther than that? Like he was even saying, just imagining how high you could actually go. Okay. So we have those. Again, it's real hard watching Ironwood. There was a lot of Ironwood moments in here. And again, it's just so complicated, because I kind of agree with everyone. Like, everyone has a point. Like you see where everyone is coming from. Everyone has their reason for thinking the way they do, and you're like, yeah, I get it. I fucking get it. You're not 100% right, but you're not 100% wrong either, and it's real complicated. It's hard to deal with all that shit and make it all work together. And that is the way of life. Fucking human beings, man. We got so many different ideas and can't ever agree on shit. And sometimes we're all a little right. Anyway, so we have that. I don't like Penny being all upset. We have an invitation to the Schnee house, which I guess maybe see Mom Schnee. So small positives. Very small positives. So there's that. Again, back to, which, like, that, I don't know how much of that is just a trap, and how much of it is just Jacques gonna pull some shit and try and get Ironwood to lose his seat, which, That's the thing, is he's got 2 seats. Can he keep one of them? Can he keep one of them? I heard there was an Ivy Brown. Can we see? Maybe she's nice. Maybe if we have to lose one, just as long as it doesn't goddamn go to Jacques or some shit. Anyway, so that's gonna be a thing I'm not excited for. Next episode's going to be fun, I guess. So we did get a little more on Tyrion. We kind of got where he kind of came from. He's a fucking psycho. Who would have guessed? He's a fucking mass murdering lunatic who Salem apparently scooped up on his way to being locked down for good. So I'm curious of how much of that is affects his just fanatic insanity, love for her. None of that was words that went together, but like his just absurd love for her. So I'm very curious how much of that is just her saving him, or how much more maybe comes from before that, or just anything after that that led to his, his devotion. So there's stuff like that. Again, Robyn Hill and the Happy Huntresses. It was really cool getting to see their semblances. The 3 we got to see are all really fucking interesting and useful. Like, again, Fiona. Can Fiona just fucking teleport shit? Did she just, like, fucking reverse 3D print that goddamn car and put it somewhere else? Because if so, Fiona, you're so cool and cute. What the damn? Where have you been this whole time? There's that. I can never remember the other girl's name. I can't remember which one's Mayor and Joanna. I think Joanna's the really tall one. The fucking big one. They're like, literally, like, the exact height. Actually, wait, no, she's 6'3". That's my height. Baby girl, how you doing? Baby guy, I don't know what your situation is, but you're great. Anyway. Also sassy. Anyway, point is, there's that. So again, I'm assuming May is the other one, unless I'm fucking forgetting names altogether. And her name's actually is Jimothy. Point is, the other one, again, seems to be a localized fucking cloak. Is that what that is? Because that's a trip. And then again, Robyn seems to have. She seems to have a truth. She's got the fucking lasso. Well, actually, it doesn't work that way because it doesn't make you tell the truth, but she can tell if you're lying or not. So there's no way that shit doesn't come up again later. Catches someone in a lie. Oh, fuck. What if she caught RWBY lying? Like in front of... Like, say they were able to work everything out, and then they're talking, and then she caught, like, RWBY lying to Ironwood. That would be really fucked up, and would make... That would be a cool thing to see, but it would not be good. I so rarely make a theory and hypothesis about things to come, but like I felt actually real confident about that, and I don't like it. Anyway, there's that. I am glad that Blake and Yang fucking hunted her down. Like, hey, fucking listen to us. We need to talk. Calm down. Number one, the fight was kick ass. Fucking, I love Robyn's weapon. And just Robyn in general is awesome. Anyway, point is, Blake ain't kicking ass as well. I really liked that. Again, that's one of the things that I'm liking a lot about this volume, and I think it's part of stuff I really liked about Volume 6 as well. As again, as they're going along with the series, they're constantly finding little ways to improve in different areas and stuff. And again, I think Volume 6 is still my favorite of all the volumes to date. It's I fucking love it. Very possible this one fucking takes it though. But like every volume, they tend to improve all over a little bit, but there's usually like one area or two in particular where I think they really jump up. And I think one of the best things this volume in particular is, I don't know if it's because we have Kiersey and Eddie around, helping out with constant stuff and possibly showing things, pointing out things or talking through things with Miles and Carrie or whatever the case may be, or just between everyone trying to figure it out as best they can, get as many eyes on it as possible. and actually catching things all the time, making really good decisions on the character's parts, thinking these through, like Weiss immediately going like, that's probably really loud, Weiss immediately going like, hey, okay, the heating department, that is connected to the SDC. Keep that in mind. Shenanigans. Anyway, shit like that. Blake and Yang talking it out and being like, hey, we need to go and fucking talk to you and make sure you know a little bit of what's going on. We can't tell you everything, but we need to think this through. They're making a collective decision, those two are, to like, hey, we need to let Robyn know at least a little. We can't be letting everyone, can't just be exclusively working over here. We need to get everything kind of woven together. They're making choices very much so on their own. And again, it's not at all the first time this volume shit like that's been happening. Again, things like Nora in particular, apparently, has just been fucking kicking ass with talking things through and thinking them out loud and fucking saying shit. And again, I'm really worried because I think, again, the reason Nora in particular is taking all of the shit and Mantle so hard is because, I mean, we know that when she was a kid, she was a fucking orphan. She was on the street. She didn't have anything. She was poor as fuck. She was poverty-ridden. She's out here fucking stealing bread to get by. It paints a picture of she probably doesn't take seeing people who clearly are well off and people who are very clearly not well off and seeing those guys constantly get fucked over. If I was that kind of person, I would very much be like, what the fuck are you doing? Come on, these people need your help. Jesus. So like, I think that's definitely where she's coming from on that, and I definitely understand it. Ren is, again, a little concerning. Those two are very clearly moving in very opposite directions, and it's really upsetting. Especially after we had a nice moment last episode. Speaking of moments between characters, one thing is, I talked about this last volume, and in, at least in Nevermore, I might have talked about it in the reaction to Lion Eyes as well, but I think it might have been kind of more just to Nevermore. God, I love that soundtrack. Anyway, Blake and Yang, I definitely brought it up in Nevermore because the song brings it up. Blake and Yang having that little moment, it wasn't a long one, but just a little moment to kind of reflect on how it went down with Adam. I don't know, I really liked having that in there. I really liked having that, because I think that's one of my favorite parts of Nevermore, and I fucking just love that song, period. It's just fucking perfection. It's easily like my third or fourth favorite song in the entire series, alongside with like Red Like Rosa Part 2 and This Life Is Mine. I love them so much. They just paint such a fucking picture. Anyway, but even in that song, they take a moment to be like, hey, this was not a win. This fucking sucked. We didn't want to do this. We didn't want to fucking kill him. That was not the plan. He's an asshole and kept trying to fucking kill us. We literally couldn't have done anything else. He went for the knife. Someone had to get stabbed, and it wasn't going to be us. Like, it wasn't a win. It could have gone another way if he had... If someone maybe had gotten to him sooner. If anything had been like that. Like when she says it in the car, she's like, I don't ever want to have to again. Like, sure, you have to do some horrible shit sometimes. You have to fucking kill this person you used to love. You don't want to have to do that again. You're right, you had to. But you don't want to ever have to do that. I don't know, I really liked having that little moment between them. I don't know, it sucks, because again, it is one of those things where you really think again about, and it's why I like Adam so much, because he's such a character that, and not like, I love him as a person. He was fucking horrible, but as a character, I do really like that character, and one of the things I like most about him is is imagining how it could have been if things were a little different, how, you know, kind of that thing would have been like if they'd been able to save him or something like that, or if they'd been able to get to him sooner before fucking Sienna and just his own kind of fucked up perception of things did. And I love you, Sienna, but you did a number on the boy. You didn't help. Not that humanity helped a lot either. But yeah. Anyway, I really liked that scene. I really liked that little moment between them, because I'm part of the camp that firmly believes they did what they had to do. I fully understand it. It's not awesome, but they did. Oh, it was a great scene, but like it's not how you wanted it to have to go down, but absolutely without a doubt you understand why, unless you're a little weird. Point is, you get it. Again, don't ever want to have to. So them talking about it, and obviously them clearly not being like, hey, this was great, I'm really glad that happened. Because they're not. They're like, fuck, that sucked. No one wanted to have to do that. Yeah, he was a douchebag, but you didn't want to have to fucking kill him. That's the whole point, is Blake just wants him to fucking go away. It's just like, I'm off doing anything else. Why are you following me? Yeah, so I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things where, like, I don't know. I really liked having that extra little scene in there. Because I liked getting to see... Not because it's not positive. They're obviously beaten up by it, but it's always good to be able to see where the characters are in their headspace, and for them to talk about it and shit. Like, I really like that stuff. Anyway, that's all I will say about that. Hashtag go fuck yourself, Adam. Sorry, but also again, totally just go. Just God, you were the worst. Anyway, anyway. But yeah, so I'm curious to see where we're going to go from here. Absolutely what did scroll by on Twitter at one point and see someone say something along the lines of, one of the crew hears them like, hey, episode 7 came out, cool. Wait till you see episode 8. And I'm like, why would you say that? Don't do that to me. This is cyberbullying. Anyway, I have talked your fucking ears off. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I obviously did. God, I love this show. And this volume has been so fucking good. Like, so good. Even though it hurts a little. But that's kind of just RWBY in general. It's so fucking good. You need to stop hurting me, though. Yeah, so I guess things to I guess, hypothesize, to theorize for the future. Assuming next episode we do go and see Jacques. Awesome. I'm expecting some Mama Schnee, which is probably gonna be fucking depressing, to be honest. I was gonna have that. Hopefully Klein. I love Klein. He's great. Just inject a sweet J. Michael Tatum directly into my veins. Sorry. Sorry. My whole actual situation was fucked up. Anyway, point is, he's great. I love him. Also, Klein's the shit. Anyway, so that, I'm curious to see where Robyn goes from here. Hopefully positives. We're hunting down Tyrion, so hopefully we can get some news on you. I'm expecting some shit to go down in this meeting, over a dinner or whatever the fuck. It's just a matter of, is it going to be pure Jacques bullshittery, or is it going to be a mixture of Jacques and Watts and Tyrion, and we still have not seen Neo and Cinder at all yet, and that's real concerning. I'm expecting more trouble between Ren and Nora. There was another thing I was going to kind of theorize, but apparently not. I broke my brain on Mama Schnee. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, is my main thing. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I fucking did. If you did, please, please, please give it some love. It always means the world to me and goes a long way. Again, sorry that the episode for last week's going to be a little late. I promise you I will not fucking upload this the last possible fucking second this time. Yeah. I will see you guys next week for hopefully a slightly less worst case scenario, but let's be real, it's gonna be some shit. Yeah. Fiona's cute. It's my last contribution for today, so anyway. Bye. Bye, guys.